Hello and welcome back to the third one. It's Wednesday, so it's going to be the third one. And just to let you know that these are going to be every day, Monday to Friday, not Saturday, not Sunday. For the bank holiday weekend, the Friday one is likely to be a video and the Monday also. But who knows? Who knows? I might come on and surprise you. So today in this 2-week series is all about getting out there quicker. So visibility when you want to get out there much more quickly than you are now. Now, why might you want to do this? It could be that you're brand new and you are launching your business. It could be that you've been going for a while and you want to increase the levels of your business, get in front of more people, get in front of new people. It could be that you've been doing this for a long time. A lot of my clients use this if they want to get their event out there, for example. Maybe they're running a workshop or quite a big event. Some of my clients are work on things like tours, so they might be doing 2 or 3 different live events, workshops, or anything else similar. So this is a really great way to get yourself out there. If you have come to a place in your business, which happens to many of you and many of us, where maybe you've been a bit inconsistent with being out there and marketing yourself and selling your services and the value, and you have perhaps come to a bit of a halt, a grind, a standstill, and you want to rev that up. This stuff is just as good too. So today is about getting out there more quickly or getting out there quicker. What do you do for visibility to get yourself out there quicker? Well, I'm going to just start off with the biggest objection. The biggest objection most people give me to not being able to be visible is that they're too busy, i.e. they don't have time. So it's time that I'm going to speak about today. I'm going to talk about 3 very specific elements of time. So the first element is actually created in your head. Because if you looked out of your window right now and you saw $1 million, £1 million, €1 million floating out of the sky and it was yours for the taking, I'm pretty sure that hi Joy, good to see you on live. I'm pretty sure that whatever you were doing, whoever you were speaking to, you would likely run out there. Now, if you're like, but money doesn't drive me, you'd run out there and collect it, if not for yourself, for somebody else. So when people tell me that it's time that gets in the way, here's what I would say, and this is why I say that's kind of all in your mind. As a busy business owner, you are doing all the multiple different roles within your business anyway, and I get that. You're likely looking after a family, maybe parents, maybe you're a carer, you're looking after children. You might not have children, but you will be looking after a home. You could be doing a work piece and a business piece on the side. So if you are busy, the first kind of mindset shift, if you like, to make when it comes to being visible and getting your work out there is you've got to make time. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I did a study of people who are really great with time, great at timekeeping, great at creating time to do things, never really seemed to hit the overwhelm button. They seemed to manage their time even if they had a lot to do. And this study, I conducted this in 2009, a long time ago, 10 years ago. Oh yes, the lovely grandchildren as well. Joy, I'll remember the grandchildren too. So when I conducted this study on time, one of the things that fascinated me about people who always made time for others or always seemed to have time, even if they were busy, was the consistent thing that all of them said when I said, but how do you do this when this is happening or that's happening? They said, Jenny, you make time. And it irritated me because I didn't understand the concept of making time. So in terms of being visible and getting yourself out there when you're already busy, I want you to think of a section of time that you could create for yourself today, regardless of how busy you are. Is it 5 minutes, 15 minutes? Is it an hour? Is it 3 hours? Or anything else in between? Don't go by my steer of what I'm kind of throwing out there as suggestions. Like right now, what time could you create for yourself today? You know, I have clients who are busy mums and will go to the loo literally for 5 minutes or 10 minutes and lock the door, so they get 10 minutes just to themselves. So don't tell me that you don't have any time because you're far too busy. I get that. I'm busy too, but you create time. So can you create 15 minutes for yourself today? Can you create an hour for yourself today? Do you need to get up a bit earlier to create that time? So first thing to do is don't think of all the things that you have got to do. Think of the things, the amount of time. This is really, really important. This will stop you from being stuck in a cycle, because until I address this with my clients, they end up being like octopus on roller skates, a phrase that I coined from the lovely Anne Wilson, the wealth chef. You end up being like octopus on roller skates and being all over the place. And with that frantic energy, that doesn't help either. I know, I've been there, okay? So select the first thing to do. If you're too busy, haven't got a lot of time, select the segment of time. And the reason I urge you not to go away and think about it is to do it today, is because if you're already busy today, you'll be like, okay, I'm just going to go for 10 minutes because I know I can create that. Okay, once you've got that length of time, it lets you know what you can do next. Okay, so now you've got that length of time. If any of you watching this drink tea or coffee or any other hot beverage throughout the day, there's a couple of things you can do. If you, like me, normally work from home, you will likely go and make yourself, my tea of choice is either lemon and ginger or peppermint tea. First thing in the morning, hot water, slice of lemon. There'll be a few moments where I boil the kettle and I have to wait for the kettle to boil, especially first thing in the morning. Kettle's going to have been cold, no one's going to have used it. So while I'm boiling that kettle, I know that there will be a minute, maybe 60 seconds, maybe 2 minutes where that kettle is boiling. And then once I've selected that segment of time, I know what I can do in that time. And this is how it works. If you've selected a 15-minute segment of time and you're like, Jenny, my life is so full, you might then say, okay, I've got 15 minutes. I can break it into 3 5-minute segments. Or I know I can create 15 minutes. She says, yanking at her hair, that hurt. I know that I can create 15 minutes. So boiling the kettles, that's taken 2 minutes of my time. So I've got, 13 minutes left for the rest of the day. So up to you, whatever feels good for you, count it up, count it down. Now you know that you've got 2 minutes while the kettle boils, for example. What thing can you tell somebody about what you do in 2 minutes? This is why I'm such a great fan of video. If I've got my phone with me, I can take my phone out. I can say, okay, I'm making a cup of tea. I'm actually holding another phone here. Holding a cup of tea, kettle's boiling. So I'm going to tell you a quick myth about visibility that people always mix up. I'm doing it while the kettle's boiling. So my myth about visibility is that you don't have time to do it, when in fact you can create time to do it. So, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so then you can share out your myth. Obviously don't share out that one because you're not a visibility specialist, but share out something that's relevant for you. If you know that you've got a longer period of time that you can create, maybe an hour or a couple of hours, then fix it into your diary, fix it into your day, put a reminder on your phone, and when that timer goes off, just do it. Just do it. Don't go, oh, but I'm just going to finish off doing this thing, or I'm just going to start this, or I'm just going to rearrange my pens in colour order. I have done that before. That's one of my own. Don't do any of that. Crack on with the thing that you said you're going to do. Because if you break the promise to yourself, you'll tell your mindset that you're not worth it. You're not worth the value, which I'm going to come on to in a later one of these. This is all about valuing yourself and valuing your time. So next thing to do, now you're looking at ways to create time in your day, not stuff more in, but to create time. This is the absolute truth. I'm about to go to the post office and then go pick up some groceries. And in between that, I'll probably go to my little vortex and do 1 or 2 hours worth of writing. I've got a lot of things to write. I'm in the kind of like getting ready for the launch stage of the Be Seen Academy. And because of that, I am writing lots of stuff, recording lots of stuff, and I'm batching it together. Now, I tell you all of that because The time it takes me to walk from my house to the post office is approximately 6 minutes, okay, depending how quickly I walk. So I know that between the front door and the post office, I've got 6 minutes. I've likely got another 6 minutes in the post office queue, you know, I'm not going to lie. However, I'm quite sure that the post office might have a bit of a thing with me with my phone out recording people in a line, people making financial transactions. So what I will do is, knowing that I've got those 6 minutes to walk there, I will plan what video I can shoot. Now, if you're not so comfortable on camera like I am and you want to write something, most smartphones have a really great voice recognition software. I know that the iPhones have got Siri, but any other smartphone you can get things like Dragon Dictation and all sorts of other apps. So if that's the case, as you pick up your phone and you want to write and not video, use the dictation function while you're walking on that 6 minute walk. So it might be a blog, and here's what I would recommend. If you love writing and you know that you can write really loud, really long, or you're in the mood for it, or you're channeling something, or you're just feeling it, then click on the dictate button and either dictate it on your way. So that's what I would do. If I was walking to the post office and wanted to write something, I would dictate it on the way there. If not, I will create a video on the way there. I might even do a Facebook Live on the way there. But if you want to get it more right, more perfect, you will actually take up more time doing this next suggestion. But the next thing you can do is, if you've got voice recording, just record what you wanted to write anyway. And then you can pass it over to somebody else. That will be a good use of time. But if you then want to listen back and type it out yourself, this is where actually you're doubling up your time. And if you're telling me you don't have time to do it, try and do things where you can go one hit, one go, one way to do it. So Joy's saying that she loves the segment of time and she likes the diary, the segment. Yep, great. Value yourself. It's good to hear this. It absolutely is. And this is stuff that I do myself. This isn't stuff that I learnt from somebody else and I'm passing it on to you. I do it because it's helped in my own visibility journey and it helps my clients every day. And these are people that don't have time to sit around and twiddle their thumbs. You know, they've got 101 things on the go too. So now we've got this concept of, but I don't have the time. Here's why I'm saying that you can create the time. So you remember that you can do it as you boil a kettle, literally in a matter of a minute or 2 minutes. Doesn't have to be long. If, like me, you're about to go out and, you know, walk to a train station, a bus station, the car, park your car somewhere that's 2 or 3 minutes away. A, you'll get a bit of exercise, a bit of thinking time, and B, you'll have the opportunity to record either a video, a live, you know, a blog post, or dictate it into your phone. So that's the next thing to do. And the third thing when it comes to time is you need to make the decision that this is important for your business, because if you don't get into the habit of doing this consistently, and I don't mean 10 times a day, it could be once a month, once a week, but if you don't get into the habit of being consistent with this, you'll notice a direct correlation with how visible you are, either on social media or off social media. So it might be at networking and things like that. You'll notice a direct correlation between how visible you are and where your clients come in, or where inquiries come in and where they drop off. Absolute, like, no rocket science there. The quieter you are, the less you tell people about your stuff and getting it out there, the less they know about it. So make the opportunity to be consistent in that way. So some other places where you can create time is as you're doing your weekly shop. If you go out and do a weekly shop and you swinging your trolley around the aisles, then you could use that time to just check up on any groups, online groups that you're in, respond to things, because people think visibility is always about being out there, rah-rah-rahing about your stuff. And there is one element of that, but the other side of it is being interactive, being engaging, acknowledging the people who are coming to you. Like, when's the last time that you looked at a video or a post that you put out on social media and you've gone back, read the comments and actually given a heartfelt response? This is one of the biggest things that people tend to negate. Oh, well, if I respond, then it's going to look like I've got nothing to do with my time. No, if you respond, it's going to look like you understand the people that are reaching out to you and that you actually care and that you're human. So get into the habit of doing that. So remember, there's the kettle boiling, like 60 seconds to, like 1 minute to 2 minutes. There's the short walk to the shops or to the car or somewhere like that, where you get a few minutes to either dictate something that you are about to write. You get to create a video, you get to do a live or an Insta story or something like that. And then there are the other longer elements of time. You need to commit time to this on a weekly basis. Like I said a few moments ago, if you're inconsistent with how you get out there, then you'll notice an inconsistency with your clients and how they come to you and how they come back. So get out there quickly, do one or all of those tips that I've given you in here today, and you'll find that all of a sudden time isn't a big issue. You're basically finding the time, creating the time to go and do the things that you want to do. With that said, I hope you'll join me tomorrow. I can't remember what we're talking about tomorrow, but it will be something to do with visibility and getting yourself out there in a much bigger way quite quickly. Thank you so much for watching. Lots of love to you all. Bye for now. And remember, do share this. Share this with other Vibers. Share this with people that you know that you might have met at networking. Share this with anyone who wants to get themselves and their business out there. You can totally do this in like 30 days or less, but it depends. Are you willing? Are you committed? Or are you going to spend your 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 or 2 hours binge watching something on Netflix, catching up with the, whatever's the latest thing is on TV, flicking through a magazine? Okay, all times that you can give yourself to create time. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear what you're talking about, which one you're going to do first in the comments below. Share it and let us know. And by the way, if you've got a business and you want to tell people about that business, check out the post just before this, the welcome post, where I invite you in the comments. Let us know something about your business. You're visible to my audience and other people's audiences too. Lots of love to you. Bye for now.